Have you ever opened TikTok to kill 5 minutes and suddenly found yourself 2 hours deep, watching everything from dog videos to bizarre life hacks? You're not alone. But what if I told you those hours of scrolling aren't just wasting your time? They might actually be rewiring your brain in ways you'd rather avoid. This isn't just hyperbole. Today, we're going deep into the neuroscience of TikTok, exploring why its endless scroll might be doing more harm than good. TikTok is designed to be addictive, and it's all about one thing: dopamine, the chemical messenger in your brain responsible for making you feel rewarded and motivated. Every time you see a video you like, your brain gets a small hit of dopamine. What makes TikTok particularly powerful is the unpredictability of this dopamine release. Sometimes you'll scroll past 3 mediocre videos, but then you'll hit one that's funny, emotional, or shocking enough to hook you. This variability activates the brain's reward prediction error system, which lives in the ventral tegmental area and the nucleus accumbens. Essentially, your brain is constantly guessing when the next reward will come, and that anticipation makes it nearly impossible to stop scrolling. But this constant cycle of rewards comes at a cost. When your brain gets used to the quick, high-intensity dopamine hits TikTok provides, it starts to recalibrate. Over time, activities that require longer attention spans, like reading a book or studying, feel less rewarding. This happens because TikTok's content trains your brain to seek instant gratification. The prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for decision-making, impulse control, and attention, becomes less active. This makes it harder for you to focus, resist distractions, and stick with activities that don't offer immediate rewards. And it doesn't stop there. TikTok's fast-paced, short videos overload your working memory, which is controlled by the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex. Working memory is like your brain's scratchpad, where it holds information temporarily while deciding what's important enough to save. When you're bombarded with rapid-fire content, your brain has to process and discard information at lightning speed. This not only reduces your ability to retain what you've just watched, but also weakens your ability to transfer information into the hippocampus, the brain's long-term memory storage center. In other words, TikTok is training your brain to forget. But let's talk about something even more sinister: the way TikTok affects your emotions. A lot of the content on TikTok is designed to evoke strong emotional reactions, whether it's laughter, outrage, or even envy. These emotional triggers activate the amygdala, which processes fear, anxiety, and other strong emotions. Over time, repeated stimulation of the amygdala can lead to heightened stress responses. Think about it. Watching content that constantly compares your life to others, their perfect vacations, flawless appearances, or endless successes, feeds into feelings of inadequacy. Your brain processes these comparisons as real threats, which keeps your stress hormones like cortisol elevated. And if you're scrolling through TikTok before bed, things get even worse. The blue light emitted by your phone suppresses melatonin, the hormone that regulates your sleep-wake cycle, making it harder to fall asleep. Sleep deprivation, in turn, has serious consequences for your brain. It impairs the medial prefrontal cortex, the region that helps you regulate emotions, and leads to an overactive amygdala. This imbalance can make you more impulsive, emotional, and less equipped to handle stress. TikTok's algorithm doesn't just hijack your brain, it also shapes your social behavior. By curating content that aligns with your interests, it reinforces your existing beliefs and biases. This phenomenon is linked to the default mode network, a brain system that activates during self-referential thinking. As TikTok feeds you videos that confirm your worldview, the DMN strengthens those neural pathways, making it harder for you to step outside your mental echo chamber. This is why TikTok can feel like a feedback loop, where your likes and preferences dictate the content you see, creating a bubble that can be hard to escape. But what does this mean from a philosophical standpoint? In many ways, TikTok challenges our concept of autonomy. The algorithm is not neutral. It's designed to anticipate and manipulate your desires. Philosophers like Michel Foucault have argued that power isn't just exerted through overt control, but through the subtle shaping of our choices and behaviors. TikTok does exactly this. By determining what content you see, it's not just entertaining you, it's guiding your thought patterns, influencing what you value, and even shaping your identity. Are you truly making free choices, or are your preferences being engineered by an algorithm? Then there's the question of time and meaning, something existentialist thinkers like Soren Kierkegaard and Martin Heidegger would have a lot to say about. Both philosophers stressed the importance of using time meaningfully to confront life's deeper questions and pursue authentic existence. TikTok, with its endless scroll, offers the illusion of engagement, but often leaves us feeling hollow afterward. It encourages passive consumption rather than active reflection, stealing time we could spend on activities that foster personal growth or meaningful connections. When we allow TikTok to fill the gaps in our day, we risk avoiding the uncomfortable yet essential task of introspection. Finally, TikTok's influence raises concerns about the collective consciousness. Philosopher Marshall McLuhan famously said, "The medium is the message." What does it say about our culture when the dominant medium is one built for 15 seconds burst of fleeting entertainment? TikTok rewards simplicity, speed, and emotional reaction over nuance and depth. Over time, this could reshape societal values, prioritizing surface-level virality over long-term substance. Are we, as a society, sacrificing critical thinking and meaningful discourse for the dopamine-driven highs of short-form content? The implications go far beyond individual brains. They affect how we communicate, connect, and define what's important. So, is TikTok all bad? Not necessarily. Like any powerful tool, it's all about how you use it. The problem isn't TikTok itself, but the way we interact with it. By setting time limits, taking regular breaks, and curating your feed to include educational or meaningful content, you can enjoy TikTok without letting it rot your brain. But the key is awareness. Understanding how TikTok affects your brain can help you take back control. Let me know in the comments, how much time do you spend on TikTok each day? Do you think it's rewiring your brain? And of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this video with anyone who needs to hear this. Until next time, protect your brain and stay curious.